Be upstairs then.
Greetings, sir.
People call you the Mouth, right? They say you tell all sorts of stories.
I'm no mouth to you. My name is Denick. Got that? What do people call you then? Bughead? Arse face?
I'm sorry, Stenyak. I'm Henry.
Pleased to meet you. You were right about the stories. I could tell you stories so sad they'd make the devil cry. Or would you prefer something so scary it'll make the hairs on your ass turn white? But it's a lot of hard work for me. Now, if you had something...
You know what?
Yeah, because it's too dark. And he's sleeping. Damn! I didn't know that was gonna... It's gonna fucking break my feet. I am doing laundry while I play, so I'll have to like get up occasionally and go and do that. You're telling me I gotta wait?
What are you doing? Prowling about here? What are you doing? Prowling about here?
That's a fine maypole.
What are you doing? Prowling about
Well,
here?
I can't go in that area. I don't have a book to read. Right, bro. Local hero. Oh. Hell yeah. Um. If you stay in full charge, attack your symbols. Okay. For every level. Yes. And the train hard fight easy too. I like thick blood. I like that, and then I like that. I kind of like that. And then Die Hard, and then Never Surrender. Wait. Damn. Hmm. Interesting. Oh, I like that. Steady aim. I like that, though. Steady aim.
Hail.
Oh, are you used to...
Oi.
Yeah, you're the right.
Well, this doesn't seem too bad. Greetings. Greetings.
I'd like to hear a good story.
Not so fast, young man.
You know what?
It
Oh,
was good to see you, my friend.
there we go.
I'd like to hear a good story.
Not so fast, young man.
I know quite a few stories myself. How about a trade? A story for a story.
All right, then. But if it's the one about the magic porridge pot, don't bother. I've heard it 100 times. And that story always leaves me feeling hungry.
I know a romantic tale about a knight, his lady love, and 3 impossible tasks he had to undertake to win her heart. He had to bring her the sweetest wine,
Ah, I
tame the
remember
wildest
that.
horse, and make a crown with the rarest gem.
Okay,
Then?
he's just making shit up now.
What happened when he'd done all 3?
The lady of his heart showed her gratitude by giving him the most precious thing she had. And I'm not talking about gold.
Oh, a raunchy ending. That'll be popular with the lads round here. If I were you, I'd make it longer. To last a whole evening. Add a wicked stepmother, that sort of thing. It'll be a hit. And now, I'll tell you a tale in return. So what kind of story would you like to hear?
I like stories that can teach me something. Stories with a moral.
Haven't you heard enough of those in church? But it's not a problem. I have just the tale for you. And it's not one you'll hear from any priest. So, once upon a time, there lived in these very lands 2 brothers. The older was called Kuba, the younger, Matthias. They were both woodcutters, like their father and his father before him. One day, at the height of summer, they were working in the woods. The air was as hot as a furnace, so Matthias went to a nearby pond to cool himself. But as he was leaning over the cold water, there was a loud splash. His axe had got loose from his belt. In haste, he began to search the muddy bed of the pond, and his hands soon touched something hard and heavy. He pulled it out and could not believe his eyes. He pulled out an axe. Yes, but not his old one. It was an axe made of pure silver.
Good God. I'd grab that without a second thought.
Maybe you would, but Matthias would never. He was an honest man, and with a big swing he threw the silver axe back. He searched the pond again, and this time he pulled out his own axe. Nothing but dull iron and old wood.
Wait, Matthias threw the silver axe back? What a fool! He could have sold it.
A fool, you say? You'd better listen well. Matthias was just about to leave when suddenly a water goblin came out of the pond, silver axe in his hands, and he said, "You're a righteous man, Matthias, and for your honesty, you may keep both axes." Matthias, not hanging around for the goblin to change his mind, took up both axes, gave us thanks, and ran to tell Kuba all about it. Kuba, however, was not best pleased with his little brother's fortune. He deeply envied Matthias for his newfound wealth. So, he set out to try the same thing. He ran as fast as his legs could carry him straight to the pond, threw his own axe in, and began a pretend search for it. Yet Kuba had no luck. He pulled out the axe he'd thrown in himself. So he tried again. Tricked by sunlight, he grabbed something shiny, only to pull out his old iron axe again. Enraged, he hurled his axe back into the water and yelled, "Fuck this axe! I want a silver one!" But the water goblin heard his shameful cry and was greatly upset by Kuba's greed. So, when Kuba reached down into the water for a third time, the water goblin seized his hand, pulled him down whole to the dark depths, and drowned him.
Well, all was as it should have been. It was Kuba's fault.
I don't think so. It seems Matthias didn't either. He went to the water goblin and begged for his brother's body so he could take him home and bury him. But the path back from the pond led over a steep hill, and carrying the weight of the waterlogged body exhausted Matthias. He stopped to rest by an old oak tree, and he used a silver axe to cut off a branch that would serve as a walking stick. But it wasn't enough. Somehow, it was still getting harder to continue up the hill. Then Matthias realized it wasn't his brother's body that was weighing him down. It was the silver axe. The axe was the cause of all this trouble. So he started bashing the silver axe against the big stone with all his might, trying to destroy it. Yet no matter what, he couldn't even make a dent. With the last of his strength, Matthias climbed to the top of the hill. He knew he could go no further, so he found a pretty spot with a view over the valley and dug his brother a grave. There, he buried both his brother and the silver axe that had brought such pain upon them. His final act was to stick the oak branch in the ground by the grave. But lo and behold, the branch grew green leaves and became a tree. The locals have had no dealings with the water goblin since then, but some have had the bad luck to bump into him. And when you walk by the pier, where it all happened, you can still hear his chuckling.
That was a very nice story.
Story? What story? It's the truth.
But why hasn't anyone gone looking for the axe then?
Because it brings misfortune. Didn't you listen to me at all? Look for yourself if you wish. Rock Tower Pond isn't far from here. The Water Goblin's Pier is somewhere among the reeds. But leave me out of it. I'm fine here with my drink. Farewell, good sir.
The X from the lake. Find the X from the store. Is it going to be on the map? You're going to tell me it's in that big fucking area? Oh my god. I'll just look it up at that point. It's the only thing to do.
God bless.
I need something repaired.
Pair that. Anything below 80 that I'm wearing. Damn, 22? Fuck. You're charging me 3,000? Oh, wait, no. 800? Holy fuck. Haggle that
Worried
bitch.
about the price.
Sure. Why not?
I want
Aye,
740.
you'll convince me with that price. Great. Happy to be of service. Take care, sir.
You're shitting me, right? I could have gone down more.
Show me your wares.
Oh, I have shit on my horse.
Nothing to your liking, sir.
Show me your wares.
I don't want to start his job yet, of course. He has 1,000 gold.
Worried about the price.
Very well.
How's this?
We're getting close. Lower your price a little more, and we can shake hands. Aye, you'll convince me with that price. I was glad to be of help to you, good sir.
Oh, right. The reason we kind of went over there.
I need something that'll put animals to sleep. Project said you might know something.
Well, it's true. I used a concoction that will put even a startled mare to sleep in no time. I once accidentally drank some and slept for 3 days. But the recipe is an old blacksmith's secret. The kind you don't just give away.
Well, I don't want it just for the sake of it. I need to use it against the Zhelyov lot.
So, Project and Olbram are at it again. Blockheads, both of them. And the place was just getting really nice and quiet lately. Well, what the hell. Maybe if I help you out, they'll start trading punches sooner and get it all over with. Pay up, and I'll tell you the secret.
Thank you.
Pay up. I'll pay you 60.
Satisfied?
You really won't convince me like this.
Holy fuck.
Aye, I could go for that. Listen up, then. You take some poppy and thistle and boil them in oil. Then, after it cools off, you add a little herb Paris.
Oh, damn. That's complicated. Could you just sell me some of the sleeping potion?
Are you yanking my pizzle? Offer someone a hand and they take the whole arm.
Honestly, we gotta go to Trotsky.
Quick.
To get all those herbs. And we only need to ride 10 more kilometers.
Go!
I wish they just had it in miles on it. Or that was like an option, because I don't fucking know how far 36 kilometers is. But if I knew like what the miles was, I'd be like, damn, that's a lot.
Go!
Siri, how many kilometers are in a mile?
1 mile is 1.61 kilometers.
So.
Oh, you two.
Whoa!
So it's 22 miles. Yeah, well, and a half, but you know what I mean. You need poppy, thistle, herb Paris. Okay. I'm pretty sure I have some of that. But we'll get the fresh. This is... Oh. Thistle. Poppy's the red.
Gepriesen sei der Herr.
What do you have for sale?
Ooh, can I buy it? No. I need her Paris. We'll buy like 2 of those. Got thistle. Need poppy. Yeah, I'm done. Do we have poppy? Oh, we do. Okay.
Let's talk about the price.
Das könnte vielleicht gehen.
I want all your money.
Satisfied?
That's more like it. Lower your price a little more and we can make a deal. Ja, das ist gut. Finally a good price. Danke, das war ein gutes Geschäft, mein Herr.
Okay, so you add the poppy, boil for a turn, add thistle, boil for a turn, grind the herb Paris, add to the con. Okay. We'll start with that, honestly. Let's go. What's the holdup? Why are they just stopping?
Whoa!
We need to repair my stuff.
This could use some repairs. I'd like to discuss the price.
Very well.
I wish you could do this
Is
in
this
real
enough?
life.
That's almost an acceptable price. Almost. You'll convince me with that price. Happy to be of service. Take.
I've heard you dye your own fabric.
I used to. I tried a few times, but I had to give it up. Troskovitz is on a hill, and there's not enough water for that. Why'd you ask?
I'd like to buy some pigment.
I see. Perhaps I could find some leftover black. If you have enough groschen, it's yours.
Ah, damn. That's more money than I thought. Look, I don't need much. Just a bit will do.
Is that so? What do you want it for, anyway?
I want to paint on Olbrum Zhelyov's bull. Just a little should be enough.
Someone from Tarkov put you up to this, am I right? You should have said that right away. I won't spoil your fun. You know what? If I scraped off some of that dry pigment from the edges of the bucket and mixed it with some lard, that could work. Those pigments are a magical thing, eh?
What do you mean?
For example, if you need blue, you can use blueberries or woad leaves. You put them in hot water with the fabric and it'll turn blue. Walnuts good too. With the husks of unripe walnuts, you can get a very nice light brown, sometimes even yellow. The best way to make red is from madder root. And when you add alum or beeswing to the water, the colour gets a beautifully rich shade. Or you could just use plain old black elder. The berries, of course. But they're more for lighter shades. Oh, and privet's not too bad either. If you use its bark and alum, you get yellow. You can even use the leaves. They make a nice green. But it takes forever. But you know what's my favourite way of making yellow? Using dyer's broom or weld. You take a few nice stems, some leaves, a bit of alum, and you get yellow, as bright as a chick's feathers. And for so much cheaper than using saffron or iris, that's the main thing. Buckthorn makes a nice green, maybe the best of all. You use its fruit. They say it can also heal, but I've never tried that. The most important part
Holy
is the
fuck.
stain, anyway. Like alum, for example. It can create all sorts of shades and give depth and richness to the colour. But even that won't help you if you don't know what to use for what colour. Sometimes you want the fruit, sometimes the bark, sometimes the root, or maybe the leaves. Too bad I don't dye fabric much anymore. But I see you're really into it. You know what? Take some of it for free.
Oh, thank
My
God.
word. Thank you so much.
Oh, not worth mentioning. Just be careful not to stain yourself. Quality material like this doesn't wash off easily.
Good. Oh, and we leveled alchemy because we were listening to that. I want to see something though.
What will it be? How are things, Master Scribe?
What would you like to hear? I'll have a look.
I thought you could learn Latin.
I hope you'll find what you're looking for next time.
Oh, I think you learn it later. Hold on. It's oh, I actually know when you learn it. Okay.
You're acting like a child. Go and whistle somewhere else.
Bitch, I was calling my horse. Don't make me kill you.
What a cheap old man.
Excuse you, motherfucker. If we weren't in town, you'd be dead. Within 2 shakes.
Quick!
I need to sneak in the trough area.
That's nice now.
I need to hide somewhere to wait it out. We definitely gonna have to sleep after this.
Good doggy. Good boy.
Fuck is she still doing up?
What's that you're doing? Surely you don't want to break in, you such...
I need to find a fucking...
The fellas don't get any sleep. Then they fall on their faces during the day.
steal Olbram's bull. How could I forget?
All right. What am I gonna do with you? Aye. This'll be good.
Shit, because I left the door open.
What the? God!
Boom.
Go!
We're going the right way, right? Yeah.
Whoa! Quick! Whoa!
God grant you health.
It's done. Olbram's bull isn't as white as it used to be.
I knew you wouldn't let me down, mate. Olbram must be having a fit. I can almost see it.
To hell with the fucking pricks. The lousy city-ter.
All right, then. Here's the reward I promised you. Every last groschen.
Thanks.
And since you already got caught up in our little dispute, maybe you can help me with something else.
Sure.
So, what can I help the Takovites with this time?
We're planning to meet with the Geliovites in the pasture that they keep arguing with us about. We'll sort it all out with them there. Nicely. Man to man. Wouldn't you like to join us?
Why not? After painting that bull, it would actually be quite a pleasant change to talk things over face-to-face.
Aye. Talk. We'll get into a huge argument and then start punching each other in the gob. So then, should I send for Olbram so we can get going?
Wouldn't you rather call an end to this endless feud with the Geliovites? That way, you'd each have half of the pasture, and everyone's happy, no?
Chance would be a fine thing. Olbram will never give up. He says the whole pasture is his. The border by the orchard, that's where I got my ass kicked. Who knows what the old fool got his ass kicked for back then.
You should talk to the bailiff and get him to support you.
Thrush? He already said ages ago he doesn't want to get involved. He even threatened us with the stocks if we keep bothering him.
Well, as you wish. You know what? I'll go have a talk with Thrush. Would you wait for me for a bit?
All right, but don't get your hopes up. And don't you go ganging up with them Jelly-off bastards against us.
Oh, I won't. Trust. B, right? Yeah. We need to go to B. My guy needs to sleep, so we'll find a camp, like a bandit camp outside of the town, and sleep there. Like where we killed those bandits at the beginning. Should be down here.
Whoa.
Look what I have for you.
You know, if I had a dog, IRL, I'd probably honestly be feeding him steaks and meat like that, like meat off the bone. Or honestly, meat with the bone. So once he finishes his food, he can gnaw on the bone. Because I would not feed my animal the processed food that everyone does.
Whoa. I came because of the arguments between Takov and Zhelyov.
What happened this time? Did old Bram piss in Project's ale barrels again like last year?
No, but they're getting ready to meet up and beat each other up.
Let them do it then! Maybe a few knocks to the skull will do them good, and they'll leave me alone.
How did the arguments between the Takovites and Zhelyevites start, anyway?
What do I know? I was a young lad back then, but it's all because of that bloody pasture. Both villages claim that it belongs to them, but nobody has any evidence. So they split it in half, but neither side is particularly happy about it.
Well, you wouldn't let them fight over nothing, would you? Does nobody know who the bloody pasture belongs to?
Nobody who could be trusted not to be making it up. After all, what business is it of mine? Let them kill each other for all I care. Worst case, I'll have to clap them all in the pillory. That should sort them out.
I'm sure you have enough worries as is. And the Takovites and Jeliovites are just wasting your time. Wouldn't it be worth it to sort it out?
That it would. Bandits are running wild. My daughter is leaving the house. I don't have time for those morons right now. How the fuck am I supposed to find out who the pasture belongs to? I looked in the Chronicle. Things like that tend to be there. But Bailiff Brada, who was here before me, must have been a lunatic. You'd have to be mad to make any sense of that book.
Then let me have a look. I may not be mad, but maybe I'll find something you overlooked. You won't have to worry about anything.
You want to touch such a rare book with those filthy peasant hands? Have you lost your mind?
Filthy peasant hands? Do you know how many books I've read? And I never fold corners. If there's anything actually useful in the Chronicle, I'll find it.
Fine, have it your way. Maybe you'll manage to make some sense of Brada's bullshit. But if I find out you've even opened that book too harshly, you'll have me to answer to.